Hello everyone and welcome to Morning Coffee Break. I hope everybody's doing great today. It's Wednesday, October 16th. Currently it's a chilly 41 degrees. High today is only going to be 48. Chance of rain, 0. And winds are at 6 miles per hour right now. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I've got the heat on. It's just on the lowest setting, but yeah, it felt a little chilly in here. It's hard to believe. It's not too long ago it seemed like we were all burning up, you know. So time passes by so fast. Okay, everybody. I haven't done this a video in a while of walking. So there'll be a let's walk and talk video today. It was a beautiful day, and it was fairly warm, you know, yesterday afternoon, late afternoon. It was fairly warm out. Okay, what's for dinner tonight? I think we're going to try those chicken nuggets we got from Aldi and see what they're like. I don't know if we've ever got those before there. I don't think so. So we're going to have those and some fries, maybe fries, I'm not sure, and a rice mix, like a Knorr rice mix or something like that. Not really for sure about those two, but I mean, that's what I think we'll probably have with the nuggets. Okay, I've got a new segment coming up. I guess it'll be tomorrow, I believe it'll come out, and it's interesting facts. I think that's what I'm calling it. Interesting facts. I was looking through the amazing history facts. Well, I think they're called history facts or something like that. But anyway, I was looking through them and I came across this interestingfacts.com, and I liked it, you know, and I saw one that I thought we would all be interested in, and I did that, and I'll let you know about that in the morning. I think you'll like it. I really do. Okay, let's see what our jokes look like today. Police officer, your truck is heavily overloaded. I simply cannot let you continue like that. I'm going to have to take away your driver's license. Driver, you're kidding me, right? The license can only weigh 1 ounce tops. I don't think he was doing that to do the weight. And, you know, I used to drive big trucks, not a tractor trailer, but right below a tractor trailer. Our company could have used them, but there's a lot more rules and regulations of using when you drive a tractor trailer. The truck I usually drove really far away was a 24 foot. So the bed was like 24 foot. So that's about almost the size, not much less the size than a trailer on a tractor trailer. And I'd have to stop at any way stations or anything like that. And I tell you what, sometimes I don't know. Sometimes they would really hassle you. You know, I knew I always had everything in order and everything like that, but they would just pick you out. I mean, if you say anything to one of them, like, what are you pulling me over for? You know, I come through here every week. They take that to heart, and they will stop you, like, just to aggravate you. That's just my opinion now. But all I know is when I said something to them one time, all of a sudden I was being stopped every time I came through, you know. And they're like, okay, pull over in that parking lot over there, and we'll be over there in a few minutes to do an inspection. Well, they'd let you sit over there. I've sat over there for an hour, and I have to go, you know. I mean, I was on a route where I had time stops. And after about an hour, I walked over there and I said, listen, I have stops I've got to be at. This is food on my truck, you know. I've got stops I've got to be at a certain time. You know, when are y'all gonna? Oh, hold on, I told you I'd be over there in a minute, you know. And just come over there and they completely inspect your whole truck. You know, they weigh them. They actually, if they pull you over on the highway somewhere, not at a weigh station, they usually have portable scales. And if they want to aggravate you, then that is a pain. You'll be they'll put the scales on the front tires. You have to pull on them, and wait a minute. No, they have to put them under both front and back tires, and then you had to pull up on them to be able to weigh the truck. And it was always a pain. I always hated having to go through those weigh stations and stuff. You know, sometimes you get lucky and they just wave you on through. They have red lights and green lights too. I mean, if you get the green light, that's obviously you can go. If you get the red, you got to stay there till they come out. And you better have everything in order. I'm saying. They used to give us a hard time about not having a log. But if you didn't, you had to travel a certain amount of miles away from your point of origin to have a log, and we were right underneath it. I mean, I had to explain it to them. I don't need one. You know, I don't go far enough. This and that, but you know, it's always a pain. So anyway, that just reminded me of that. You know, being aggravated. My father said I missed parts of a lawn when I cut it. He told me people are respected when they do stand-up work. Stand-up work. My father has always been a wise man, so I followed his wishes and became a comedian. Stand-up work. Okay, and our thought of the day is from Jim Rohn, R-O-H-N. Never heard of him. Happiness is not by chance, but by choice. That's good. That's a good one. Okay, where did I see? I saw what I wanted to do. Maybe this one. Okay, this one is Romance and Time, Couples and Lovers in History. And let me go to Take Quiz. Grace Kelly married the prince. This is trivia time, by the way. I guess you know that. Grace Kelly married the prince of which country in 1956? Andorra, Netherlands, Monaco, Luxembourg. Y'all remember Grace Kelly? Beautiful woman. She was in some movies and stuff. I don't think she was in, I don't know if she was in any movies after she married the Prince of Monaco. Monaco, yes. American actress Grace Kelly married Prince Rainier of Monaco in a spectacular ceremony on April 18, 1956. While filming the Hitchcock movie To Catch a Thief on the French Riviera, Kelly met Prince Rainier of Monaco. It was not love at first sight for Kelly, but the prince initiated a long correspondence which led to their marriage in 1956. Whom did Jackie Kennedy marry after the death of her first husband, which was John F. Kennedy? I mean, I don't know why they didn't just say that and just call him her first husband. You know, Stavros Niarchos, John D. Rockefeller, Howard Hughes, Aristotle Onassis. I couldn't see Jackie Kennedy marrying Howard Hughes. I really don't. She just wouldn't. I don't know. And I don't know this Stavros Niarchos, Niarchos, but I do remember Aristotle Onassis. Right. On October 20, 1968, after the death of her former husband, why don't they just say, I don't understand that. Jacqueline Kennedy married her longtime friend Aristotle Onassis, a Greek shipping magnate who was able to provide the privacy and security she sought for herself and children. I kind of always wondered if that might have something to do with it, you know? She felt more secure you know how she had to feel after that. I mean, it'd be awful. What was the name of President Franklin D. Roosevelt's wife? Abigail, Marianne, Anna Eleanor, Nancy. I've never, I think I know this, but I've never heard her called Anna before. It's always Eleanor. Anna Eleanor. They always just say Eleanor Roosevelt. So here it even says Eleanor Roosevelt in full. Anna Eleanor Roosevelt was born October 11, 1884. Wow, in New York, New York. Died November 7, 1962 in New York City. So, who most famously married John Rolfe? R-O-L-F-E. I don't even know him. It just doesn't ring a bell. John Rolfe. Catherine Parr, Princess Margaret, Florence Nightingale, Pocahontas. Now I think I know. I think I've heard that before now. And I think it's Pocahontas. Right. That reminded me. I recognize the name. Excuse me, the name after. John Rolfe was one of the early English settlers of North America. He is credited with the first successful cultivation of tobacco as an export crop in the colony of Virginia in 1611. Thanks. We didn't need that. Rolfe married Pocahontas, daughter of the local Native American leader Powhatan. You know, back then, they obviously probably didn't have any idea that it would cause cancer and stuff. They know now. Okay, and I quit in 2017. It's been 7 years ago this month. It was this month, 7 years ago. I quit. Hadn't had a puff since. Yoko Ono, and I smoked at least a pack a day because I was driving all the time. I was driving so many long trips. It was awful, and it was more probably out of boredom almost than anything. I don't know. There's no good excuse for it, but I was smoking at least a pack a day, maybe a pack and a half sometimes. I'm glad that I quit. Yeah, Yoko Ono, I think everybody might know this, was married, unless you're younger, you might not know this. Which of these famous musicians? Mick Jagger, Bob Dylan, John Lennon, George Harrison. Kind of caught some flack over it. She's had some wild ideas and things. I don't know. John Lennon. Yes. Yoko Ono is a Japanese artist and musician. She couldn't sing, let me tell you. I'm just saying. I heard a song that, he let her play with a band and stuff. And I heard a song where they took and just had her vocals on it. You could hear the song, but you couldn't hear anybody else singing. Oh my gosh. I don't know. It was rough. It was really rough. I'm wondering if they even had her mic turned on. Because it was horrible. I remember just thinking about it makes me want to laugh. Okay, Yoko Ono is a Japanese artist and musician who is an influential practitioner of conceptual and performance art in the 60s, became and internationally famous as the wife and artistic partner of musician John Lennon. I was trying to see if they said anything. If I suppose instigator of the split, and it's saying that she was the instigator of the split between the Beatles. You don't need them. You can do it all by yourself. Next question. Who is best known as Cleopatra's lover? Julius Caesar, Brutus, Octavius, Mark Antony. I know this. I've seen several Cleopatra movies. One of them I really liked was the one with Elizabeth Taylor in it. She was so beautiful, and I don't know, she just seemed like Cleopatra would be or something, you know? I've seen several of them. It was Mark Antony. In 42 BC, Rome's three most powerful men carved up the republic. Among them, the triumvirate of Lepidus, Octavian, and Mark Antony was an uneasy alliance after turbulent times. Placed in charge of the eastern provinces, Mark Antony found himself far from Rome and immersed in the Hellenistic culture he had always adored. Okay. Who gave the bride away when Franklin and Eleanor Roosevelt got married? See, they just call her Eleanor. They never say Anna. I've never heard that before. Woodrow Wilson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Franklin. Theodore Roosevelt. Warren G. Harding, William Howard Taft. You know, I don't know why I've never really thought much about it, but was Theodore Roosevelt related to Franklin Roosevelt? I bet they were somehow. So I don't really know this. I don't know if if Theodore, was he even around during this? I'm going to go with Woodrow Wilson. I'm not sure. Oh, it was Theodore. Okay, maybe they'll tell here. Okay, in 1903, 22-year-old Franklin Delano Roosevelt proposed marriage to his 19-year-old cousin, Eleanor Roosevelt. What would happen if they tried to do something like that now? I mean, could you imagine the press they'd get on that? They must not have worried about it too much back then. His 19-year-old cousin, Eleanor. The couple wed 2 years later on March 17, 1905. Eleanor's uncle, former President Theodore Roosevelt. How is that? Okay, so he had to be related to him if he was a cousin of hers, and then former President Theodore Roosevelt was her uncle. Gave away the bride as Franklin pursued a career in politics. Eleanor raised 5 children, volunteered, and I was hoping it'd say more about that. Okay, next question. So I missed one, but I learned something. I thought maybe there was too much of a age gap between, to be them. But anyway. Okay. I think everybody might know this unless they're younger. What was the name of Hillary Clinton's husband? Bill, Bob, Bruce, Brian. I think everybody knows it's Bill Clinton. Hillary Diane Rodham Clinton is an American politician and diplomat who served as the 67th United States Secretary of State. Well, that's enough of all that. Which of these celebrities did baseball player Joe DiMaggio was Joe DiMaggio married to? And we talked something about a different question about this. It was different than this a few days ago or something. Elizabeth Taylor, Grace Kelly. We know it's not Grace Kelly, so that's a freebie. Marilyn Monroe, Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle is not that old. Come on. That's not. I don't know why they threw that in there. Marilyn Monroe. And remember, it was the question, something about he left flowers on her grave for 30 years. I don't think it was every day. I don't know about every day, but they said he left flowers on her grave for 30 years. So that I don't need to talk about that. Okay, one more. Whom did Prince Charles marry in 1981? Lady Diana Williams, Lady Diana Johnson, Lady Diana Spencer, Lady Diana Smith. I don't know. Oh, man, I might miss this one. I can't remember her last name. Was it Spencer? Yeah, Spencer. In 1981, the wedding of the century took place. Lady Diana Spencer and Prince Charles said their I do's at St. Paul's Cathedral in London. All right, everybody, I got 9 right and 1 wrong. And if I had just not thought about it too much, I would have got that 1 right with Theodore, because I thought that, and then I thought, well, I thought there was too much time in between. I didn't think about the time period of Theodore. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed today's trivia time and morning coffee break. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out and hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody, I hope you have a great morning and a great day, and check out Let's Walk and Talk later on. Bye, everybody, and God bless.